headlines. Webcasting integrated e-governance solution to be made available at 1,643 polling stations. And campaign for fast-paced poll of Manipur Assembly concludes at 3 p.m. today. Welcome to the ISTV News, and let's have the news in details. Campaign for fast phase of Manipur Assembly election has ended at 3 p.m. today. Stricture on election campaign for the first phase poll has been enforced. Announcing this at a press meet held at his office at Lamphel, Chief Electoral Officer of Manipur Vivek Kumar Dewangan said that webcasting and integrated e-governance solution have been made available at 1,643 polling stations for first phase polls to ensure free and fair casting of votes. He was addressing a press conference at the office of CEO at Lamphel. Many officials also attended the press conference. The CEO said people can access details about proceedings inside the polling stations online. The proceeding at the polling station can now be monitored with the help of webcasting by tracking the routes to police station and polling booths. Wheelchairs will be made available to differently abled electorate. Preparation for second phase poll have also been completed, the CEO added.
The polling stations in Manipur would be covered by webcasting online and offline. In the first phase, which is scheduled on 4th of March, we are having 1,643 polling stations spread over Imphal East, Imphal West, Bishnupur, Churachandpur and Kangpokpi districts. All these polling stations, all 1,643 polling stations in phase 1 shall be covered by smartphone web streaming. Wherever 3G internet connectivity is available, will be covering by real on-time coverage what is happening inside the polling station. Wherever reliable 3G internet connectivity is not there, through smartphone we are capturing all the event inside the polling station. I would like to assure all the electors, all the political parties, that if anything goes wrong inside polling station, Election Commission will not hesitate to order repoll. So I'll also advise all the troublemongers to desist from disturbing our polling personnel inside polling station, because if you do anything wrong inside polling station, that would be captured and immediate action would be taken.
Campaigning for the first phase of election to the 11th State Assembly election has ended at 3 p.m. today. Altogether, 38 constituencies out of 60, both hills and valley, will go to polls on March 4 in the state. A total of 168 candidates, including 7 women candidates, are in the fray. Candidates are also seen spending late nights in sending out publicity to elect them for the upcoming elections. Campaigning through electronic and print media along with social media also continues. On the other hand, election-related clashes and untoward incidents are on the rise as the state polls is closer. Director of Ayush Dr. K. Lokendra has said that his department will launch a project with the objective to preserve the medicinal plants available in the state and develop plantation of medicinal plants. He said this during the one-day sensitization program for media persons on medicinal plants at Directorate Office at Lamphel today. Additional Director Dr. L. Ashok Kumar, Professor Dr. P.K. Singh, Department of Lab Science, Manipur University, Member Secretary of Manipur State Medicinal Plant Board, Dr. A. Guneshwar Sharma, and many media persons took part in the sensitization program. Addressing the gathering, Dr. P.K. Singh said, it is high time to preserve and develop the indigenous medicinal plants in the state. Besides, he also appealed to the farmers to find out such precious and valuable medicinal plants and use as medicines in the state. In his speech, Director Lokendra said, the Directorate of Ayush in the state is just 2 years old. Besides, though the State Medicinal Plant Board was established in 2005, it can't be run accordingly. However, the board is being developed in some extent as the Directorate has been looking after and taking care of it, he added.
Medicinal plant biodiversity but what we have achieved. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯌꯔ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯦꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯣꯏꯃꯦꯟ ꯄꯤꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅ ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ.
Unknown persons exploded a bomb at the house of NPF candidate of Pungyar Assembly constituency in Ukhrul district, K. Laisho at Langol, under the jurisdiction of Lamphel Police Station in Imphal West district around 5 p.m. today. Police reports said at least 5 persons were injured in the blast. One-day discussion on banning use of musical instruments other than those which are customary was held at Lamyan Basanglin. The discussion was jointly organized by Umang Lai Kanbalup, Ukal, and All Manipur Band Party Association. Principal of Slopeland Public School N. Babulin, member of Ukal Lai Lup Kangjam Bidhu, visiting Guru of Association Laisangthem Rai Chandra, and many other eminent persons attended the program. Speaking at the discussion, convener of Ukal Mutum Maniton said, the trend of using modern musical instruments in Lai Harawa is gradually replacing the customary instrument. The discussion is held with an objective of beginning to use only customary instruments in Lai Harawa, and instruments should be played by band members in traditional attires, he added.
Tinba Kongu Matamda, Masi Mifamasana Roko, Wareptugi, Wamada Sanarako Singaduda, Poimato Karamna, Sigumba, Kari Serak Piga the Gay having a single single Kumna Kanagani, Eduna, Tenbi Kongi Basilina Sina, Nati, Pami Batorum Masigi, Naki Fizelating Shepidana, Aduga, Mayaka was Sanjak Abidana, Ishagi Tindam Topa, Kusuplizing Butan Putoga, Tenbi Kongbio, Amasung. Inat ko iba facilitating set piraga like it towel towel set towbiu masi like it towel towli bani hai base khangbiu hai wafam sing se thamjari.
A team of 12 Assam Rifle Station in Technopal seized 9 kgs of gold worth ₹2 crores from a Tata DI bearing the number MN01W5956. 2 persons were also arrested in connection with the incident, and they were identified as Muhammad Atas Khan, aged 33, son of Abdul Salam of Sora, and Muhammad Abdul Rahman, son of Anamuddin of More Ward number 5. They were taken to Custom Preventive Force of More. SP of Custom Preventive Force of More, W.H.K. Luang said the total of 9 cases with 130 grams of gold seized will be worth ₹2 crores and 72 lakhs as per the international gold market. Unknown persons fired 3 rounds of bullet at the polling station 14/50 of Wangkai Assembly constituency. The incident happened around 4:30 early in the morning at the polling station of BJP candidate Yungkham Irabot at Wangkai Angom Lekai. 3 live rounds were recovered from the incident site. Member of Women's Social Welfare Association Sunita strongly condemned the incident.
Lekai asidang asi sumaina nomai kapsan bagi thawdo ama thogi bese akoi mairagi saitagi oina yam sathina nuaijade masidi party gi BJP gi Congress gi wa leite masu mathawak sidi matungda amon su tahonde adu tawsu tawbiganu haijaningi masida leibasi isa inau irekai sigi ibungwi pai isa inau ngaktani masida sokpa panba asi ana tho amagadi madu kanana daita pugodabuno masigi thabakse matungda amon tawbiganu haina haijaningi aduga vote ki maramdadi masugumba ikoi lekai asidadi tawhanjaringde vote aigi sagi apam da thadabado madu kaisu kaide aduga nomai kapsandana kaidodana sumaina tawbasidi matungdam hanna tawbiganu haina aina hanna haijari.
On the other hand, a sit-in demonstration was staged at Hatta Golapati and Wangkai Assembly constituency today in protest against yesterday's violent act of damaging houses and vehicles allegedly by BJP workers of the constituency in the area. President of the JSC Forum against the incident, Ibem Cha said the BJP candidate of the constituency along with his workers came to the area around 11 last night and vandalized 3 houses and damaged 4 vehicles. At least 11 persons were hurt in the incident. She appealed to all concerned to allow a free and fair conduct of the election. Meanwhile, unknown person hurled stone at the house of Vice President of BJP Yuva Morcha, Manipur Pradesh, Manohar Mayum Bare Sarma at Wangkai Ningthem Pukri Mapan last night. A gypsy park on the courtyard was damaged in the incident. Doors, window panes, televisions, and other properties were damaged too. Volunteers of Kanglei Park Student Association, Extrajudicial Execution Victim Family, Manipur, and Struggles Committee staged sit-in demonstration demanding punishment of those involved in various cases of fake encounters. The protest was staged at Kaisampat Laimajam Laikai Community Hall today. General Secretary of EVAM Indina Yaikom, President of KSA M. Laxman, Executive Director of HSRA Bablu Loitongbam, and many others took part in the protest. Polling personnel of the ensuing election today agitated against distributing postal ballots. The postal ballots were distributed at office of the DC Impal West at Lamphel today. The polling personnel were met to cast their votes at Lintoingambi Hall, which is district office of the polling personnel of the district. Some polling personnel agitated, while some of them were casting their votes. The protesting polling personnel said it was the right time for them to cast their votes. The situation was brought under control after the DEO of Impal West, DC Arthur, arrived at the hall. The protesting polling personnel were then distributed
counting ki numit ki ayuk pung taruk tere phawd samit hoyi halibne aba aru karam rule do implement hoyi adori ba yaro do ba magi order ju soi ko mit ubi bhai bhai loina sabe si haire haibo kini instruction je aru order do one view ju one bi de arona se masine akoi cast de vote ki aseng madi tang mari do hoyi da bani aru ngasi cast no lisi karma mauno karma
Unknown person hurled a hand grenade near the office of Sagolban Youth Development Association around 9:30 p.m. yesterday. Residents of the area staged a protest demonstration on the premise of association in protest against the bomb attack. W. Noni Devi said nothing will begin by hurling bomb in public places and appealed to those responsible for the incident to clarify the reason for such kind of act.
Kari maram ki damat kano hai ba wang je akum je hang ba pa me akoi khang ba pa mana pom tin lang jala sunne ka akoi masin thaja de mena pa me pandam ji pangara mara la je ba sunai de kanam tan like de la no war ba thal ba mi ka tu pang ka masi tangdu le ta ba ngam den ma pu ji yare ne ba ka amal lai re masi thuan bi ganu hai ba je hanjan to ba si miya ma to bi ganu hai ba je sum ta akoi si kari do hai ba no hai ba ma kuning se wa hang ma tat tan hang e ba.
In the election to the 11th Manipur Legislative Assembly, Election Commission of India has informed to set up voting assistant booth at East polling station. The VAB should provide special care and assistance to the people with disabilities on the polling day and should include 5 persons with minimum charges. But unfortunately, names of persons who are involved in election campaign, organized meeting and Anganwadi helpers are found listed in some BLOs. According to ECI, the helpers to be stationed at the voting assistant booth should be a student and persons who are not yet enrolled in the electoral list. According to reliable sources, Anganwadi workers and helpers are selected for Kurai and Singjamai Assembly constituency. Different sections of the society have drawn the attention of the authority concerned to look into the matters, the press release added. As continuation of drive against the selling of unhygienic and expired eatable items by shopkeepers and traders in and around Imphal, volunteers of MSF today carried out a drive at Masjid Road today. A bakery shop named New Bakery was sealed and closed by a student organization for selling items which have not mentioned the date of manufacturing on the packaging label. All the sample items in the shops were picked up by the volunteers. Speaking to media persons, shop owner Mohammed Amuzal said, all the eatable items are manufactured by owning the registration certificate from Food and Safety Department. He committed a big mistake and requested the volunteers to forgive him. The allegation that M. Binodini and police personnel came to the residence of Laishram Dhake of Khangabok Maisnam Laikai and vandalized his house, properties and took away some money are totally baseless. Binodini said, speaking to media persons at her residence at Khangabok Maisnam Laikai, she appealed not to give such kind of trouble. She said Dhake along with some persons came on the night of February 24 and ransacked her house. Her husband Kellen was brutally beaten up on February 27 and has been undergoing treatment at Jennings. She said how she and police would come and damage Dhake's house as she is presently assisting her husband at the hospital. She appealed not to repeat unfounded blaming of innocent persons.
ay karim to tau hi balai te hostan dai tangkun te ki nungtin pung ahum bo hostan dai di ay karim to tau hi balai te masi mai lai na basing na mutang di chan tau bi to na khoi li awa mo kitang kan biu.
The headlines once again. Webcasting integrated e-governance solution to be made available at 1,643 polling stations. And campaign for fast-paced poll of Manipur Assembly concludes at 3 p.m. today. That's all for now, and thank you for watching.